Okay, I've made this video to demonstrate my Laney Supergroup PA amp. It's a valve PA 100 watts from the late 60s. I got two of them, as you can see. I've made a small mod to one of them, and I just wanted to show that. They also made some, on the front it says just Super PA, but on the back it says Supergroup, and they also made guitar amps called Supergroup, and inside they have the same chassis, exactly the same power amp section. This has 6 preamps, which is the main difference, whereas the guitar amps only have 2 channels, but otherwise the channels are basically the same. So here you have 6 identical channels, each of which has bass, treble and gain and an input, and then you have here a presence control. That is your negative feedback loop that can add or remove a lot of high frequencies. You get them on Fender amps as well. Very useful if you want a scratchy post-punk style tone. And here is the master gain, and then below that where it says echo in out, that is actually a fully buffered, valve buffered effects loop with a proper recovery stage. In fact, 2 recovery stages. So like a proper buffered effects loop, it's not simply an interruption in the circuit. There's also a slave out on the back as well, which goes out at a slightly different place. So that goes out after the preamp section and before the power amp section. So it's effectively a preamp out, power amp back, but it has a dedicated recovery stage. And I use it in this big box here. I have a mixer and some rack effects, and I do use that effects loop. I tend to run it through a DI box because I once fried the voltages in these things are really high. Laney ran very high voltages through the tubes, so you can fry a mixer channel if you get a short or something. So it's better to fry a DI box than to fry a mixer channel. I'll show you what it sounds like. I've left all the channels stock apart from the first 2. I've made a small mod. It's a 1-wire mod where I've literally bypassed the tone controls on the first channel and run the preamp valve on the first channel straight into the second channel. So rather than all of the channels going in parallel to the power amp section, this one goes, channel 1 goes straight into number 2. So it's just a cascade. So it gives me a bit of preamp overdrive, which I would otherwise, it would be completely clean. I'll show you that channel and I'll show you the next channel to demonstrate. Okay, so here's the guitar I'm using. It's a Guild Dwayne Eddy. It's a bit, I got it very mangled, and I've changed the bridge pickup on it. Otherwise it's as it should be. And these are quite low output pickups, so you'd get more gain with a higher output, more modern pickup. These are 60s pickups. I'll just try to put this here. Sorry for a really crude video presentation. That'll do. So there's no mic, I'm just running it to the camera mic. Let's grab a pick. So on the first channel, I'll play you a clean channel. So this is channel, this is completely stop. I'm on volume about 1.8. That's quite, I've got it set quite bright. You can see the treble's way up if I turn it down. And that is on the middle position on the guitar. It's quite a twangy guitar, I made it like that. On the first channel, so now we've got a bit again. Now let's turn this up. I'm going to turn the master down. So that's with my, so I can juggle these 2 knobs. If I want a clean sound, turn the second valve up and the first valve down. If I want a more distorted sound, turn the first valve up. And then I'll turn it up to full. This is about as much gain as I can get off this. It's not vast. Usually I leave it, I use I plug into both channels, clean and dirty, and I use a foot switch to switch between them, so I have a channel switching amp. So I got this amp pretty economically. This is a 60s all original amp, Partridge transformers, the same as a high watt, huge amounts of bass, and by soldering one wire I can get some nice distortion out of it very easily.